Hello guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time on this channel, be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up and turn on your notification button. So we're introducing a new segment to the channel. It's called, should we tell them Zayla?
No.
3, 2, 1, banter with Onyx. And as the name implies, we're going to be playing around different topics, trying to give you all the information that we can, you know, our 2 cents about 1 or 2 topics, and also keep it very information packed.
Yep.
So you know, introduce yourself.
My name is Rafael Promise. I knew she wasn't going to say that.
I thought you were going to form and not introduce yourself.
My name is Rafael Promise and welcome to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, let's get into the video.
Yeah, exactly. You were going to say that. Right?
So today we're talking about communication skills and also like Nigerian curriculum. But let's start with communication skills and communication in general. So you know that communication is trying to get like your message across from the sender to the receiver.
Yep.
But then communication is never complete without words. Let's test.
Feedback.
Nice. So communication is never complete without feedback. So if I'm talking to somebody and I'm not getting the response that I need, I've not communicated what I'm talking about. I'm just talking, but the person is not like picking up what I'm saying because I'm not getting feedback. And there are different communication channels. They're rich and they're poor communication channels.
Yep.
Let's test him one more time. So what's an example of a rich communication channel? Ali go to school.
Calm down.
Ali,
I think it's getting to talk face to face.
Yes, that's definitely the richest communication.
I was correct
channel.
after so.
Because you get to see like different gestures,
expressions,
exactly, the tone of your voice. I mean, I might be saying something and my body is saying something different. My body language is saying something different.
That's true.
So they must be congruent to one another. And okay, now let's talk about communication and culture. Communication. What comes to your head when you hear communication and culture?
When it has to do with culture and communication, I think I wouldn't say culture is a barrier as much as it is.
It
is.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely we can't take out culture in terms of communication.
Definitely.
Especially when it has to do with older adults.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing is so packed in their system that once you default, it's as if it's either offensive or insultive.
Yeah.
They find it really very offensive. More like saying, you see somebody that is way older than you are, and then, in fact, can I just talk about this Gen Z thing?
Wait, so before we go there, because I had a feeling something was telling me, see, I was connected, something was telling me I was bring that up.
I was going to.
Let me just quickly say this point. I believe culture is a barrier because I believe communication should be universal. Like if I say something, it should be something that everybody understands. But because we have the Yoruba people, the Igbo people, the Hausa people, me, let's say if I'm greeting you as I'm Yoruba and I'm greeting you as an Igbo man, to you it might be rude, but I've communicated the way I know how to greet. But to him, he's seen it as disrespectful. So you're not going to understand. Me, I'm coming with my peaceful, hi, hey, good morning, but him is seeing it as, this girl, she's disrespectful. She cannot marry my daughter. She cannot marry my son, rather. So things like that, it gets. So that's how I feel like it's a barrier.
Well, that's not so a barrier, depending on how it's been communicated.
Okay.
All right. Just like you said, if you were an older adult, brought up in a proper Nigerian home. Now, I'm trying to relate. No, chill. I'm trying to relate culture to communication.
Yeah.
You're brought up in a proper Nigerian home where your parents were trained by older, cultured Nigerian parents.
Okay.
Now, you see an adult and you're telling the person, hi, good morning. Or the one that pisses me off the most is, hey, good morning.
What's wrong with this? Hey, I don't think it's hey, good morning is universal. You can use it anywhere in the world.
I know.
But Nigeria is such a difference. Like, but you know that I'm communicating. I'm saying the good morning. That's what you want to hear. Do you know it's so annoying because if I say good morning is rude, but if I say ekaro it's not rude. What does ekaro mean?
No. Now that relates with being entirely cultural about the greeting. All right, that might not be an exact communication. Okay. The point where I'm driving is, you can't tell an older adult, hi. Oh, sorry, you can't tell an older adult, hey, good morning. Come on, that's disrespectful now. A Yoruba man will just tell you 1 or 2 things that. So
if you say Yoruba man, you must prostrate. Yes, sir.
Exactly. They have that mindset. They have that mindset of, like, you must show a gesture of respect. Yeah,
of course you must definitely. But okay, wait, let me bring out this Gen Z thing that I know you want to talk about. Okay. I know what you're going to say is that Gen Z, we don't have respect. Because I'm Gen Z, period.
Yeah,
that's
of
on
course.
her.
Yeah, I don't have respect.
We have respect, but I think we just don't deep the things that adults deep. I think that's where the problem is.
When it has to do with communication.
Yeah.
You don't deep what adults deep.
Like the thing is that for us, but we want to meet in the middle. But adults want it like all to their side. But
yeah,
we
you
want
have
to
to be respectful.
There's a difference between being respectful and being a suck up. Or do you understand? I can be respectful, but I don't have to. What's the word?
Okay, now? Fine. A Gen Z would see an adult and tell the adult, "Hey, how you doing?"
What's wrong with hey, how you doing? Like, how you doing?
For real?
Like, wait. If I've already greeted you and I'm like, hey, how are you?
An African parent will take care of you 2 seconds. What are you saying? I mean, that literally works in the Western world.
Definitely.
And not this our Nigerian.
Do you know that's why I feel like communication between adults and youth, like it's not, and Gen Z, let me say Gen Z.
Gen Z,
that's why it doesn't work, because you're not giving me that open space for me to come and sit down close to you and say, hi. Like I can't communicate my feelings because to you, I'm being disrespectful, I'm being rude.
Of course.
But to me, I'm trying, because you need to create a safe space. And to me, in my mind, that safe space is being able to say hey and being able to say hi. Yeah. But if I'm not able to do that, then communication is already mad.
See, I understand. As much as I am trying to say this communication thing, barrier, culture and all that, we don't want to shoot ourselves on the leg.
Yeah.
Now, a Gen Z cannot see an adult and just, you can't just tell an adult, hey, how are you?
So that's your own issue.
No, wait.
Wait.
Okay. You're telling an adult, hey, good morning. Are you for real? Okay, fine. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You work in an organization where you have elderly people.
Of course.
And then you walk in one morning and you're like, hey, pops, good morning. Okay, fine. Let's remove the pops, because the pops it sounds choosh. Okay. Let's say you just walk in and you're like, hey, good morning. In the Western world, it works. Okay, don't get me wrong, it works. I mean, it's your own pattern of communication and all that. But in this Nigeria,
I don't think it's bad. Do you know why? Because, okay, an organizational setting, like me in my suit and everything, I'm coming to work. What do you expect me to say? If I see you in the... Nobody has time. See, if it's an organization that all of you have work to do, and you're waiting for me to say, good day, sir, have you eaten this morning? You're going to sleep there. No, you sleep there. If it's an organization that... Everybody has what they are doing.
You're trying to defend
everybody is busy. If I see you in the morning, good morning.
Take it from me.
It's not about being...
Disrespect is just disrespect. Stop trying to cover it.
I'm not trying to cover up disrespect.
Of course you are.
I'm not. I'm just trying to say, like the organizational setting you said, everyone is busy, everyone has a job.
You don't make excuses for being busy for everybody.
If I see, oh my gosh, if I was working in a proper organization like suit and...
Continue.
If I was working in a proper organization, like a suit and tie organization, and I get into work and I say good morning or hi, good morning, I don't think there's any. Do you know why? Because everyone is rushing, everyone is busy.
Now
I'm not going to. Do you know? Wait.
No, you actually taking that out of context. You said you work in an organization.
That's what you said.
Okay, fine. Let me cite you another example.
Okay, cite.
Now, wait. First of all, let me clarify this.
Oh yeah.
Suit and tie organization.
Okay.
Now you walk into an organization. Of course, you meet your boss and you're telling your boss, hi, good morning. In the Western world, it works, like I said. In fact, an older Nigerian finds that offensive.
Can I quit?
I'm still coming now.
Okay, finish.
One time, there was one celebrity that was dragged on Twitter over his behavior or his gesture when he met one well-known, what do I call him? He's a well-known and well-respected somebody in the society. Like normally, he would have just prostrated to greet this man, and then he offered to shake this man.
Was it in an organizational setting? We're talking about organizational setting.
No. I just cleared.
Because I just thought of another point.
I am citing another example.
Point now.
Wait, I am citing another example.
Can I clear that your first example?
Clear.
Let me clear it. Do you know why a lot of Nigerians don't move forward or they are not productive? Because they keep things in their mind. In the morning now, let's say I see you and I say good morning. When your mind, you're saying this girl should have prostrated, this girl should have... Whatever, throughout that day, you're not wishing me well. Throughout that day, we cannot move forward because we're not working together as a team.
For real?
No, it works. So Nigerian parents hold things in their... Nigerian adults, let me use it that way. Hold things in their heart, especially that greeting P, because you've not communicated it properly. So they hold it in their heart like you've done something so terrible. But you've not done anything so terrible just because you said good morning or hey, or because you not lie down, because you not... it's too much. That's why we're not moving forward. Okay, we're moving forward.
We are going to move forward.
But that's in Jesus, amen. But that's why we're not progressing as much as we should, because we're holding all these trivial, that's the word, trivial things in our hearts because I not say a caro, a casson, shetty gel, what else? What's the English?
Wait, are you covering disrespect with Gen Z? Because this whole thing came out from the we Gen Z thing.
I believe Gen Z generally and adults communicate differently. We're talking about communication. Okay. So I feel like if we meet in the middle and find a way for Gen Z and adults to communicate properly. The thing is, adults are not going to stoop. Adults are not going to stoop to Gen Z level, definitely. But they're not going to be like, period. Hey, we're not expecting any adult to say that.
Calm down.
And Gen Z people, we see things differently, whether I like it or not. We do.
Now.
But it doesn't mean that we're disrespectful.
From the onset when we started talking, we talked about culture and communication.
Yeah.
And then I made us understand that there are people who are brought up in a typical African home. These guys value respect to nothing. So there is nothing you want to tell me at this point. You will be disrespectful to such kind of persons, and you expect them to just let it go.
Do you know why it's disrespectful? Because they don't understand the mode of communication. Yes, if you understand, wait. Do you know,
are you trying to say these people are not educated?
Please, don't quote me. Raphael, please don't quote me. Let me explain something. Like now, let's say you're used to greeting a certain way. So if I don't greet you that certain way, I haven't communicated to you properly. I haven't told you good morning because to you don't understand the way I'm saying the good morning.
That's what I'm
saying. Yeah, that's why culture is a big barrier when it comes to communication.
I don't see that as a valid point. Okay, now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Your dad.
Yes.
Your dad was raised in a typical African home.
Yeah.
Your dad is a Yoruba man, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, assuming he's brought up in a family where it is very necessary for you to prostrate and greet your elder. I mean, that's the way Yoruba people tend to culture their children.
Definitely.
You get?
Yeah.
And then you must show a gesture of, how do I put it?
I understand what you're saying. Like you must.
Like there must be a gesture of respect.
Yeah.
That shows that guy, I respect this man a whole lot.
Yeah.
Even as a growing adult.
Yeah.
Now, your dad is brought up in a family where it is necessary you prostrate to greet an adult.
Yeah.
Or it is necessary you show a gesture of respect. And then you growing up as a child, you don't follow that pattern. Or he tends to bring you up through that pattern and you are saying because I'm a Gen Z guy, I don't want to do this. I
understand.
No, wait.
Okay.
Now, along the line, you now go out to meet some set of adults that were groomed the way your dad was groomed, and then you just want to stretch out your hand to say hi, good morning.
Wait, I get what you're saying. But number one, that will not happen because if you are brought up properly, whether I like it or not, you will genuflect. If you see an adult, even if you don't prostrate, you will bend. But me, sometimes I bend, but I still say good morning. But I still bend. Do you get? I still
tell the person, hey, good morning.
I'm like, yeah, actually, but I still. Do you know the funny thing? The funny thing is they care more about the gesture than what you're saying. If I lie down now and say, stupid man, but because I'm bending down, you'll be like, this girl is a good girl. But you're not hearing what I'm saying, though. You know, sometimes if you don't say anything, you just bend down. They'll think you've greeted. They don't care about what you're really saying. So sometimes when you bend down and say, oh, good morning, they see the gesture. Like, if you stand and say good morning, you're a bad child. But if you bend and say the same good morning, how come you're a good child? You are brought up. That's what I'm saying. It's not about the hey, how are you sometimes. It's more about even like the bending. That's what they care about. And the thing is,
so why not bend? Why not just bend?
I will bend, don't get me wrong. Some people, my issue is that they expect you to lie down or to greet overly. But I don't think you are. I think genuflecting, like if you just bend a little, let them know that, okay, let me respect the man in front of me. Do you get that kind of thing? And you know, even adults get tired. Like when I was growing up, obviously, like when I was greeting my parents in the morning, I have to kneel down every time. But now if I see my mom, I say, Mommy, good morning. Because we're growing, like there are too many things on your mind than, oh, this girl. But obviously, the thing is, no, hey, please, but obviously, if my husband should come and if a man should come and wants to like take me from my father's house, there's no way I'll tell him to. He's going to prostrate.
Okay.
It depends on the setting situation. There's some situations that obviously those things are very important.
Wait. For instance, I'm a Gen Z, you are a Gen Z.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Gen Z actually suffer. We've suffered in your hands today.
You are a Gen Z, I'm a Gen Z.
Okay.
Alright? We don't care so much about the respect or the prostrating that comes with communication. Alright? Now, I want to come and marry you. And I see your dad and I'm like, hey, good morning, sir. How you doing? How's the family, bro? First of all, your dad is like, hey, mommy, is this the idiot who wants to get married? Like, for real, these guys, these older adults before us, we are well cultured to the fact that, to the point that when they notice some level of disrespect, guy, you are done. All right, that's a pattern, or that's a pattern that's been laid culturally to nurture growing children.
Definitely.
Now, this Gen Z generation broke out and be like, guy, we cannot be subjected to such punishment just the way they say. That's my problem with you guys. I'm sorry, you guys. You guys. That's my point. All right. The fact that respect is necessary when it has to do with communication. Yeah. Just leave it that way.
Of course, it's necessary. Of course,
leave it that way.
Even us, like even people that are age mates, apart from the Gen Z adult people, like even within Gen Z, if you're communicating to me without respect, I wouldn't take it from you. So talk less of adults and Gen Z. Like I get where you're coming from, but my issue is like now, okay, for instance, if you see an adult in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, would you greet them in the morning, in the afternoon, and night? Like that, best time if I see someone and I greet them, I say, good day, we've greeted. You know, some adults will expect when you see them the next minute you greet again. Why?
Well, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, it's dependent on.
Please, are you drinking this your wine? Because me, it's not like you're not. Let me help you finish it. Because I want to go down soon, so I can.
It's depending on the adult. All right. Now, I know there are some people that expect you to greet them. Like if you see them in the morning.
Exactly.
When you say good morning, it settles for just morning.
And then you see them in the afternoon, you have to say good afternoon. Before you go to bed, mommy, I'm going to sleep, or I'm going to sleep.
No,
things like that.
It might not be your parents.
Yeah, no,
but there are some people that are like that.
Yeah.
All right. But the other part here, you said, if you see someone in the morning and you tell the person good day, you have greeted the person for the whole day.
It has covered the day. Good day, not good afternoon, not good evening, not good day.
You know, I know of a Yoruba culture that once you disrespect an elder, and then you shout, the elder shouts on you, and then you go and report. Chill. You go and report the elder.
That's
like they will beat you back to that other elder.
Okay. Can I say something?
Do you get?
Can I say something?
Now it's no, wait first. I've not finished now.
You know me, I like to attack.
This whole disrespect thing came out from we are tired of being subjected onto cultural differences, whatever it has to be.
Yeah.
Especially people that came from this western part of the world. They've so influenced our part of Nigerian children that call themselves Gen Z. And then you want to now do everything without being scolded. You want to do whatever you want to do without being talked to. Who does that?
Okay, can I say something?
Yes,
I get what you're saying about this whole Gen Z and no respect thing, but I think it's more of us trying to. There's some things that our parents did in the past that or parents did in the past to our parents that just did not work, whether I like it or not. There's a certain way that my grandparents would treat my parents that they might not have liked it to, but they took it. But the reason why you think we're disrespectful is because we don't want to take it.
You don't.
And sometimes it's unfair. Like, wait, there's some things that are generally good, but there's some things that why is it? Let's say now your parents beat you for something you did not do. Like the example you gave, you're not gonna report to, let's say, your older brother, he now beats you. You're not gonna report to your neighbor to beat you. Why? Like, for what? Why am I being beaten for something I did not do in the first place? So, and let's say I wanted to go and confide in my older brother because I'm sad.
Okay,
Who do I talk? Who do I talk to about it? My older brother. Let me go.
Talking about Gen Z.
So wait.
Can you imagine?
Don't even. That's different.
That's not different.
That's very different. Okay. So because he knows I'm making a point, he doesn't want me to finish.
Continue.
So in that kind of situation now, obviously, whether if it was you. In that situation, you might not have liked it, and you will not do the same thing for your kids, whether or not you like it. But even if you do, for a Gen Z kid, whether I like it or not, because I like to believe that we're more enlightened. Yeah, it's not everything that we know.
Okay, so the other people are not educated now.
I'm not saying they're not
educated.
It's just that they're taking things that you're not supposed to take. Why are you beating me when I did not do anything wrong?
Okay, fine.
Why?
Fine.
So if I now lash out, I'm like, why? And I'm crying, I'm feeling bad. I'm rude and I'm disrespectful.
Do you know there are ways to drive your points? Even as a Gen Z, without
the points that you just gave, that when you go and report to somebody else, they will not beat you. Why?
First of all, are you supposed to even report an adult?
See, that's my issue. Because they're adults doesn't mean
when it has to do with respect, don't forget.
Because they're adults doesn't mean they're not human beings.
Initially,
I'm not a human
when we started talking, we were trying to strike the balance between culture and communication.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not take out this factor that respect has to do with culture. Let's not remove it.
Yeah, definitely.
Culturally, it it is totally inappropriate for you to report an elder.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the first issue was.
So the Gen Z generation now feels like, okay, because an elder scolded you, I will go and report this elder for another elder to come and beat this elder on my behalf. Who does that?
I'm not saying come and beat you on my behalf.
So what's the essence of reporting?
What's the essence of crying and not having someone to talk to? Do you know that that's very detrimental to your health?
Okay.
Me, personally, when I'm sad, I want to talk to somebody about a particular situation. Like I remember something happened.
I want to talk to somebody is different from reporting somebody.
Regardless, when I'm talking to you about something, it will sound like I'm reporting. It's you that's taking it as reporting, though.
Is the manner at which you
that take it as report.
Is the manner at which you communicate this thing that sounds like report?
Okay, I come to you now. I'm sad. Mommy beats me, and this thing happened. To me, I'm talking about it, but to you,
oh God, you are reporting your mommy.
I'm not reporting.
There is nothing you want to tell me, guy. You are reporting your mom.
How am I supposed to say it?
First of all, cool off. Cool off. See, that's what a typical African parent will tell you. Before you could be able to communicate something appropriately, guy, cool off first.
Okay. After I finish
so that your tone,
I should cool off.
Chill. We are looking. Don't forget, in terms of communication, we talked about tone, gesture, and everything. Yeah. Trust me, if you're reporting somebody, me, I will know. Until you cool off before you can be able to drive a point that, guys, see, what this uncle did was really inappropriate. I mean, I know I didn't deserve to be beaten, but like every natural or African parent will understand that, okay, fine, uncle beat you because you were wrong. You've cooled off while communicating this. Now imagine you're being beaten and that anger, that rage of you want to explode, you want to say what is inside your mind, and you're going to meet another adult and you're like, you see what daddy did, eh? Daddy beat me. Like it
but
is,
you know,
it is
but
chill.
you know,
no, wait, let me finish. It is generally seen like if you had your way, you go devour that person who beats you. Like you would do what is on your mind because of your gesture, your tone, the way you sound, the way your expression, your entire expression feels like. Okay,
can I, Uncle? Why? Can I pick me now? I want to talk. Pick me.
Pick.
Thank you. So, but you know, being angry is human. It's very wait. So what you're trying to say is that because I'm not as old as the adult, I'm not entitled to my anger. I'm not saying I will lash out though. But if it's like that, why didn't the adult cool down before he came to beat me? Why must you beat me in that anger?
Okay, fine. You were wrong. All right? You did something. Probably you didn't do something. Or somebody lied against you. Just like your junior brother will lie against you. I didn't do this, and then your parents scolded you or beat you because of this thing your brother lied. And then now you're angry because you are beaten unjustly. All right? You're angry. Now, at that point of anger, if it was a Western kid, trust me, they will either call the police on the parent or pull out a gun and something else is happening. Do you get? Yeah. But as an African kid, guy, see, somebody said something. You cannot express your anger in front of whoever got you angry as an adult. Okay. It is disrespectful. It's disrespectful. My emotions are disrespectful. Wait. Your emotions are disrespectful. That's what I'm saying. Now, but at that moment, you're trying to communicate, you can't control it. But you know, wait, can I say something? But because you've been brought up well, obviously, sometimes I'm angry at an adult. In that moment, I'm not lashing out. I'm not saying, oh, but you can see it in my disgust. Whether I like it or not, you see it in my face. See, and I'll be, because it's normal. You are disgusted. But that kind of thing now is disrespect. Okay, now beating me, I expect me not to cry. You want to explode. That's what you feel like doing. Because the disgust on your face shows that if I had my way, I would have dealt with you. Yes, it's normal. It's very normal. It's very normal. But why is it as an African child, guys, you just quietly walk away because at that point, that anger does not count, bro. When they finish beating you guys, what Raphael is saying is that when you finish getting serious hot slap, just say thank you, ma. Thank you, sir. That was a lovely one. See you next week. Same time next week. Everybody will agree with me that there's a way you express your anger in front of an adult. Definitely. That is totally disrespectful. Yeah, of course. Of course, your anger at that point, your anger is not just being justified. But what I'm saying is, isn't your anger valid? Am I not? Of course, your anger is valid to you. Oh my God. Your anger is valid to you. You are angry. You are angry for a reason. Yeah. Nobody cares to know the reason you are angry until you cool off, bro. If you cool off and you go and meet your father or whoever got you angry, and you tell the person, "Sir, I'm so sorry, but I think I really didn't deserve to be beaten unjustly." Okay. See, at that point, irrespective of how angry that adult is, the adult will sit down to think that, this child actually do not deserve it. And if it's some adults, they will likely tell you sorry. some will not actually. Some tell you, if you talk again, you go collect another one.
Exactly.
But at the same time, as a Gen Z, there are ways you drive your point, irrespective of how angry you are. I made a valid point earlier. I said some of these Western children, they go as extras, arresting their parents or their guardians, and adults for that matter, because the ecosystem around that side justifies that act. Okay. All right, but in Nigeria, guy, there is no justification for your wrong.
I understand what you're saying. I just believe it should be a general thing. Emotions in general. You should be in check with your emotions before you communicate or before you act. Let's put it that way. Generally.
Both with adults, right?
Both with adults. Like, there are some things that if you calm down and reason the situation, there's no need to beat a child. There's no need to shout at a child. There's no, apart from when the child is wrong, or spare the rod and spoil the child. The Bible says so. It's fine. Train your children the way you want. But there are some situations that you know that it can be violence. I call it violence. It can be avoided. It can be. There's some reason. Think about sometimes your parents beat you unjustly.
See, you're right.
Unjustly.
You are right.
And in that kind of situation, you not sit down.
At that situation, bro,
I'm just saying it's unfair. Like, it's still unfair.
It's totally unfair. See, nobody's saying it's right to just beat a child.
Yeah. But this, I think,
but
that people don't talk about it.
How do you drive this point of you being anger without adding to your mess already?
But that's what I'm saying. It's the way they see it. They'll see it as me being, or the person being disrespectful. But that's not how we should see it. This thing, let's just agree to disagree. What do you guys think? I think you guys should tell us. What do you believe?
It is really, really controversial right now. Yeah. Because I see it to be.
He sees it to be disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
If you get angry when they beat you unjustly.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's all I took from this conversation.
No.
I'm giving you feedback, so communication is
But please, let's know what you think.
Communication is complete.
Let's know what you think.
Yes.
If you feel communication and culture, or if you feel culture is a barrier to communication, let us know in the comment section. And if you also feel as an African parent, you are not supposed to beat your child, whether they are wrong or right, irrespective of what you think.
I said when you wrong as for the child.
Irrespective of what you think they did wrong. Let us know in the comment section.
Let us know.
And if you also feel that it is right to train your child in the Western pattern to get you arrested if you scold them, let us know. Because this Gen Z right here is totally being disrespectful.
But now if I talk now, I'll be disrespectful. It's fine. Let's just leave it that way.
Exactly.
So,
what's our next section going to be like?
We're talking about the Nigerian curriculum. There are some topics that you know that you did that they made you sit down for 45 minutes, but today you're not using it for nothing.
45 minutes.
Was it not 45 minutes?
I was in the lecture hall for an hour plus, learning Sokatwa.
What's Sokatwa?
That sine, cosine.
Okay. I failed math woefully, beautifully. I failed it with my chest. So let's say we'll talk about that right now. So that will be what we'll talk about next.
No, that's not Sokatwa.
That's math now. It's not cosine.
No, it's math, but it's not so.
No,
cosine, sine,
that's math now.
That's Sokatwa now.
Is it English?
Exactly. No, I was correct in the first place. But these guys made us learn this thing for an hour plus.
And we're not using it. But we'll talk about it extensively in our next video, so stay tuned. But before we go, I have a food for thought, because we're going to be having food for thought in all our videos. So are you ready for my food?
Wait, let me.
Take a sip. Because I've not been drinking it since. I was thinking after this video, I'll just pour it in my cup.
That's how Gen Z's behave. Yeah, they want to take it belong to them.
So my food for thought.
Okay.
So assuming you have a chess match, and we have someone that can read your mind and someone that can see into the future, who will win the chess match? The person that can read your mind or the person that can see into the future? Who will win the chess match?
Obviously somebody who can see into the future.
Okay, that's wrong. I believe it's someone that can read your mind. Do you know why?
Nah.
Can I explain? Can I talk?
No, don't explain. Because if you explain, you have a point. If I explain, I have a point. So let's leave it to the
end. Let them hear my points now.
No, because you don't. That's what Gen Z's do. They tend to drive your mind and make you look like.
He's maybe Gen Z because he knows my point is valid.
See, her point is not valid.
This is why adults will be thinking that our point is not valid.
If you feel it's somebody who can read your mind, let us know. If you feel it's somebody who sees into the future.
But can I just say my points, please?
No, don't say your point.
Because the person.
So that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for staying glued to your screen till this time of the show. We look forward to seeing you in the next section.
Be sure to subscribe.
On Banter.
Tell them to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please.
Subscribe and like and follow, turn on your notification.
Share, turn on your notification to get details on more to come videos
on Banter with Onyx. And with that,
my name is
guys.
Rafa. Promise, don't forget.
Timmy Ade.